back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're gonna do the no item run for Wicked Bloodline Extreme Super Battle Road. I definitely say this stage feels a little tougher than I don't know, like the last 10 or so Super Battle Road stages they released. Remember that the normal Super Battle Road stages are just really not going to be difficult. Number one, because they're good category teams, you know, things like Bonda, Master, and Disciple, and you know, I don't know, Super Saiyan 2, right? Like Kamehameha, like all of these types of categories, they've got like tons of good units all over the place. They have 200% leader skills, which are just a little bit too powerful for those teams as well. So it's not really too much to be concerned about, right? Like those stages go down pretty free. In terms of the Extreme Super Battle Road stages, while they can definitely be very tough, right? The enemies oftentimes are very tanky, do a lot of damage. So far, the most recent couple, we have like real killers on these category teams, right? So when speaking of a real killer, full power Frieza right here. Now this stage to me feels like they designed it like knowing that people were going to have access to full power Frieza, right? Like definitely I think going for the no item run or even just beating it, using a sworn enemy category team I think is a much wiser idea than trying Wicked Bloodline, because remember that Wicked Bloodline, you know, that includes like Cooler, Chilled, King Cold, all the Friezas. But Sworn Enemy basically takes off King Cold, Chilled, and Cooler, right? You're not able to use Cooler. STR Cooler is a relic of the past, so I mean, at this point, he's not coming into a stage like this and dominating. He's getting shit on, STR Cooler, right? So I think running Sworn Enemy is a better way to do it. Having double full power Frieza is really, really ideal in here. But despite the strength of full power Frieza, again, I would say that the stage to me feels like it was designed around full power Frieza's strength. So what I mean by that is these enemies hit insanely hard, right? Even full power Frieza, you know, if he's not able to get a defensive stack in first, he's taking a lot of damage. Like, you don't just put him in slot 1 and go, all right, we won. Not how it works, right? So it's like we have to, like, understand that he's the best unit on the team by far and he can eradicate the entire enemy field, but we have to pick our spots correctly. Now, probably, honest, dude, I don't know, the MVP of this run, I mean, we have AGL Angel, or AGL just regular Golden Frieza. You guys know how he is. Just him and like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta are gonna be good basically like forever, it seems like the role that they had when they initially came out, like they're still going to be good and doing that, you know, in a year, 2 years still. So AGL Golden Frieza is not able to take damage if we're above 40% HP. Like, he might take a little bit of damage on some of these supers, but it's not a big deal. I also gave him full dodge, because it's like, you know, like I could hear someone say, he's already got the damage reduction, why don't you put dodge on him? But he's literally a defensive unit. Like, he doesn't really do damage. The point of him is to not take damage. If any of these Golden Friezas dodge super attacks, that is a huge W. Even the Int Final Form Frieza, right? The free-to-play one. If he dodges a super, it's a monstrous W. Even though they can tank it for like 100k, whereas most characters die, that's still 100k free damage we save. So I know my AGL Golden Frieza and Tech Golden Frieza both have full dodge builds because I'm using them 100% strictly for their defensive ability, right? Now, the weak link on the team is really Third Form Frieza. It's not entirely his fault because he's a build-up character, right? Like, it's not a character that's going to go super crazy second one. So here's where the free-to-play Frieza just comes in so clutch. If you guys remember, in June of 2020, when this full free-to-play Frieza came out, I was going crazy talking about how good he was, how well designed he is. When we are talking about free-to-play units, right? Think about how this Final Form Frieza is designed right here. This is a character that, as long as you're going up against a Goku family enemy, is incredibly strong for the team. Supporting, attack debuffing, guarding, and then damage reduction when he guards. This is why, like, you look at, like, you know, some of the shitty free-to-play units they've released lately, and it's like you need to restrict them in this fashion, and then at the very least they can be really, really good in certain situations. So that was the key right there, is Third Form Frieza you know, only has to take one attack type neutral, which was from Vegeta. And I was able to debuff Vegeta beforehand too, so he didn't take 200k damage. And then AGL Golden Frieza, you know, he could just go ahead and be very, very tanky. Okay, wow, this is not great right here. Because remember that Tech Golden Frieza, right? He has a 50% damage reduction under 50% HP. Tech Golden Frieza does. So once your HP gets low, it's like you would think like, oh, he's got damage reduction. Ain't enough. His defense, his like defensive stat is like non-existent. So once that damage reduction drops from like, you know, what is it? I think 80% or whatever to 50%, it's a huge difference in him just getting crushed, right? So knowing that, I have to try and like this. Okay, if Vegeta had super attacked right there, we probably would have died, but since he didn't, now Full Power Frieza can potentially clear the field. Because remember, the thing about Full Power Frieza is that if he gets hit first, he gets a guaranteed additional super. And then in slots 2 and 3, he's got a chance to additional super attack as well. So Frieza can triple super in any spot. Angel Golden Frieza right here is still, like, his design is so good. He's still good even, you know, closing in on 2 years later because of how good his design is, right? Where he's able to dodge, he could seal, he could attack debuff, he could stun, he has damage reduction. The physical Angel Golden Frieza is a masterclass in how to design unit. That right there, that probably doesn't save us too much damage, but it definitely saved us some damage right there, that dodge by Golden Frieza. And it's like, you know, as you guys are going to see once we win here, every little bit of HP really does matter in this stage, right? Because the enemies are hitting so hard. The other thing I'm really trying to do is, as much as possible, like, above anything else, try and get a lot of same type orbs. The reason for this, it's less about the healing and more so about I was just racing to try and get the Dokkan attack for the final fight. And things actually do play to our advantage, right? Because on this turn, we actually do not, I believe, I don't think we finish this fight right here. I'm pretty sure we don't. Like, there's a nasty 9 million spot from Full Power Frieza. Very good. Like, when you're shooting out 9 million attack stats in Super Battle Road, that's crazy, right? Because it's like you're not running like one of these, like, you know, showcase like type setups a lot of times in these types of stages. You know, and like you don't have like the ability to stack up a billion times and stuff like that. So very good. That right there, this might be the reason why we got the no item run. The fact that this happened, Nappa survived with the tiniest sliver of health, which allows us to get to this turn right here, and then we're going to be able to slowly build up, right? So we can get right up to where the Dokkan attack is going to happen. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get as many same type orbs as I would like on this turn. Like, if those tech orbs were AGL instead, oh, we'd have gotten so much healing. I push off AGL Golden Frieza right here because I was thinking that there was a decent chance if we got back to this rotation, our health would be very low. So it's not like AGL Golden Frieza would have his damage reduction anyway up. Whereas remember that Angel Golden Frieza, he works the other way, where his damage reduction is up once your HP is low, right? So that's why he works very effectively with these other Golden Friezas. Now, this could have been really good. I think the best possible way this could have gone for us would be no attacks immediately. Then we could put Full Power Frieza in slot 1. And at Full Power Frieza, getting an 18 key super attack off of the Dokkan attack would one-shot the entire field. Because remember that Full Power Frieza guaranteed crits with a Goku around? So he'd be critting all 3 of them, and they would all instantly die. But look at that. Like, see, if I had tried to do that, I'm telling y'all, that saved, like, 200k damage or something like that. Frieza dodging that super attack, right? Don't listen to people who try and overly downplay dodge. It just doesn't make any, like, dude, Tech Golden Frieza, like, they would say he already has damage reduction. Why would you give him more dodge? Because he's defense. You want to maximize that. More and more and more dodge, more damage reduction, more defense to be able to tank these hits. Because guess what? Full Power Frieza himself can really, honestly, carry the damage by himself. He can, right? It's about putting the units around Full Power Frieza to support. When you're trying to min-max every percent of damage out there, I feel like these, you know, these, like, runs are much harder to accomplish, right? Like, if Golden Frieza ate that super attack, I think we don't get the no item run. Because he probably, you know, he is good defensively, but type disadvantage, he's eaten a lot of damage from that Trunks right there. So this certainly could have gone better. You know, we have a decent amount of health right here. But, dude, this opening, like, this was bad. I thought after last turn ended, like, we won. But it's like, this is really tough. Because it's like, Vegeta's debuffed, which is great. But then Trunks is not, right? So it's like, I know Golden Frieza could definitely tank a super from Trunks. But, like, it's like, I don't know, like, do I... Because the way I figure it right here, if we put Angel Golden Frieza in slot 1, he's not going to be able to get his damage reduction because we healed from the Dokkan attack. So he doesn't have his damage reduction available. Frieza will take 1 hit, which will be debuffed because Vegeta's attack debuffed. And then Frieza will gain access to dodge. And then I could seal Trunks. So essentially, if Frieza is able to get hit, then it'll super attack. I could seal Trunks. And then if we make it past the first slot, we'll win, for sure, guaranteed, right? Because full power Frieza will be able to clean up. I wanted to try and potentially have, you know, this guy seal Trunks, then maybe have Frieza go for Trunks, and then have, like, third form Frieza try and take out Vegeta. But I guess, I don't know. It's tough, because it's like, you know, this turn could easily go where Vegeta and Trunks both immediately super attack at the start of it. And remember, Angel Golden Frieza doesn't activate dodge until he gets hit once, right? You know, I could go for the kill on Vegeta, but then what is Trunks gonna do, right? Like, this turn was tough. There's a lot of different variables about how this could have gone down. I decide to go for the seal on Trunks to just sort of, like, you know, like, leave us like that. Like, I felt like the best chance to win would be to go for the seal on Trunks right there. And then just make sure Vegeta is dead, and then just sort of work our way through it. Now, so Angel Golden Frieza takes a lot of damage right there. Then the dodge activates. So we get that dodge, which is huge. 4 million attacks right there. I feel like it's pretty good as well. So right here, so we will seal Trunks and attack debuff him, but then Vegeta super attacks. But we dodge. So... obviously, if that connects, we die, but, you know, it is what it is. If you want to win a lot of times in these tougher stages, you're not tanking, you're dodging. And then Frieza, for good measure, decides to just double super right here, so Trunks is dead too. So GG, we won. Goodbye. And there we go, man. Wicked Bloodline Extreme Super Battle Road done. I already got the Time Traveler stage done because, I mean, Cell just literally put the team on his back and said, alright, we're just clearing this by ourselves with Cell. Like, Cell is just... Cell is really nuts when there's 3 enemies, right? He just goes so crazy. And I did get Super Saiyan 2 done as well. So here we go. So I've got all of these Super Battle Road stages that are up. They dropped, what, 4 stages on both Global and JP during the celebrations? That's pretty good. And I also managed... The other challenge run I was working on was getting the stage 77 of the Goku and Vegeta EZA Super Saiyan 4. So I was able to get that done as well. So... let me know what you guys think about the Wicked Bloodline Extreme Super Battle Road. Definitely a tough stage compared to some of the easier ones they've released lately, but certainly not as bad as, say, like, movie bosses in the past, or Fusion, you know, before, like, dude, last year Fusion was insane, right? That was way tougher, so let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.